Tough choice with Kazeem, Rahman. Would you rather? Tough choice. Only be able to wipe your tough choice by scooting around on the carpet. Tough choice. Tough choice.
What kind of carpet is it? If it's alpaca, give me the carpet.
Welcome back, guys. This is Tough Choice. I am your host, Kazeem. Rahman on the hot seat today. This is her first time on the podcast.
I've never been out of the village before.
Her first time at Ignorance Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, Agi Saari is here. How you doing, Agi?
Hello. Hi, Kazeem.
Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
It's a long time well, is it a long time coming? I know I scheduled you out, right? Usually your schedule was good because you were like, hey, I'm free in like 2 weeks, which is like perfect. And then I can always move stuff around.
Yeah.
Which is great.
No, I've really been looking forward to it, and I've been practicing. I practice on my dog.
That's great. That's perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
are you ready for this?
Yep.
Oh, what were you like? Go ahead.
I was practicing on my dog, and I was like, would you rather have to clean up your own poop for a whole year?
Okay.
Or every day have your owner, me, tell you 10 times a day that you're a bad dog?
Do dogs like, and that's maybe, this is a whole nother conversation. If you yell at a dog,
They know.
do they know?
They know.
Huh. All right. Well.
But you can yell something, and like you can yell something really nice at them, but you're yelling.
Yeah. And they still don't.
And they still feel bad.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, cool. So dogs are still stupid. That's basically not dumb, but in the sense of dogs still don't understand things.
They don't. Well, they just don't speak English.
Yeah.
Or other languages.
That makes sense. All right, Agi, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Guys, you know how we do it here. We don't really waste any time. The game is Tough Choice. You must pick between the two choices. You must explain yourself. You get one pass, you get one pause. And at the end, of course, we have our final choice.
Let it begin. Let it begin.
Now, Agi, it is time for our constant choice.
Constant.
Everyone in the month gets the same first question. Would you rather live in a world where houses are made of sweets and candies, or in a place where buildings float in the sky and are accessed from hot air balloons?
Can I ask some
go ahead.
clarifying questions?
Yes.
What kind of sweets?
Any kind of sweets.
Like
some houses are made of
Skittles
Skittles, some houses are made of Twizzlers, some houses are made of Hershey's bars.
And then do I get to pick the kind of sweet, or is it random?
You can pick.
So I can be like, I want a chocolate house.
Yes.
Okay. And then help me understand the second option.
Yes. Okay. All right. Everything's in the sky. And to access things, so you live on the ground in like a tent. Everything's in the sky. To get to anything, you have to jump in a hot air balloon.
And can the thing in the sky also be made of sweets?
No, this is different. That's
okay.
different. But yes, that's a good question, though. That is a very good question.
I just want to make sure I understand. I think I would do the sky.
You'll do the sky.
Yeah.
Hot air balloon.
Yeah. I'm not a sweet tooth. If you said French fries or something savory, then I might choose that house. But I'm not a sweet tooth. So.
But you wouldn't be eating your house, though.
Oh, well, what's the point of it being made of sweets?
I don't know. You're right. That makes sense. If I was, and I'm saying that you wouldn't be eating your house, but if I had a house that was made of candy, I'm going to take a couple bites. I'm going to just make sure I know where the support beams are, but everywhere else is probably going to get eaten.
Yeah, you probably don't want to eat the load bearing.
Yeah.
But after a while, you wouldn't have a house if you're a sweet tooth.
That makes sense.
So maybe I should pick the house of sweets because I'd never eat it all. I'd be like you. I'd just nibble.
I would nibble a little bit. Sometimes you want some sugar not in your coffee. I wouldn't put Skittles in my coffee, but you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just want a little quick dessert.
But your wife would come home and she'd be like, Kazeem, what happened to the mantle?
Yeah. Yo, what happened to our wall? Why do you keep eating the wall in the restroom? I'm like, listen, I'm there. It's just, it's made of Twizzlers. You know I like licorice. What do you mean? Yeah, you're right. For me this time, honestly, I don't even remember what I picked last time. I think I'm going to go with the air balloon, only because that I can figure out. And the candies, probably not in the valley because it gets really hot up here.
Your house could melt.
Yeah.
The problem with the air balloon is the commute. It adds to your commute time, which is already a problem.
I already don't like. Yeah, you're right. I already don't like driving, but I do it as a necessity, just because of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But you're right. But also, my car can go 50 an hour. Hot air balloons don't go past like 10 or 20.
Well, and I would imagine you have to go to like a place where the pot, like you can't.
Oh, you can't just do it you can't just do it in like Van Nuys or something like that.
Yeah, you have to like drive to the place to get to the hot air balloon to get to your house.
Oh.
So because of the commute, because I don't think I'd eat my house, I'm gonna go with the sweet house.
I'm gonna go with Sweet House too this time. Man, wow, I never thought about that. I never thought about the travel time.
Yeah.
And that's important, especially
in
Los Angeles. If it was like New York, where everything is just close together, I'd be like, maybe I could figure that out.
Yeah.
Right? But Los Angeles, it's like it takes an hour just to get anywhere.
Do you think you'd ever like nibble on your neighbor's house though?
I would definitely. Well, it depends on what it's made out of.
Yeah, true.
Right? And I feel like they would know it was me because it's on the outside. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, you're missing some Skittle bricks.
Yeah.
That's literally right next to my front door. And it's like, I mean,
they're like, Kazeem, the mailbox was here yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. but just my mouth is just covered in chocolate. I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, you have like what is it called? Like the red dye in the candy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I would do it, but then I think in the beginning I would definitely be nibbling on people's houses, but I also think that maybe they would get security cameras and then they would know it was me.
They would know, yeah.
They would know it was me instantly.
And it would be called Diabetes Lane.
That's right. It'd be called something. Well, no, everyone's house would be made out of candies. So there would be no specific diabetes like area.
What would Halloween be like?
Halloween would be hell.
You'd just say like trick or treat and you'd be like, just grab something.
Right? Yeah. You'd be like, hey, just take some of the porch.
Yeah. Take the couch. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. That is our constant choice.
Constant.
Let us continue. Would you rather live in a world where every book you read adds $1 to your bank account, or in a society where you can earn money by planting trees?
Is it just me earning the money, or anybody that reads a book gets
it's only
$1?
You.
It's just me.
It's just you and your life.
And can they be short
books? Books are books. If it's a binding, if you can open it, if there's a beginning, middle, and end. How many? But it's only $1.
It's only $1.
Right? And the planting trees, I'll say that it has to become a tree, an actual tree.
To cash in. And it's every tree you plant.
Yes.
Is $1?
No, I'll be fair. Every tree you plant can be like $5,000.
$5,000 per tree?
Per tree.
But I have to wait till the tree
You have to wait
grows.
for the tree, and it can't die.
It can't die.
Yeah. I would do books, but only because I've had a house plant before and it died instantly. As soon as
that's not even a tree.
And that's not even a tree. Exactly.
So I guess the question is more about, are we trying to maximize how much money we're making, or are we trying to be good people? And I think the trees, I mean, I could plant a lot of trees.
You could.
I just have to wait.
You have to wait.
It's better for the world.
It's better for the world. And you know what I'm thinking? You could plant a lot of trees. Let's say you plant 100 trees in a month, right? Which is doable.
Yeah.
Which is very doable. And let's say 50 of them die. You still have 50 trees.
Yeah. I'm trying to do that math in my head quickly.
Yeah,
and I can't,
you still have 50 trees.
So it's an investment.
Yeah,
and it's an investment into the world. So I'm going to go with the trees.
I'm not even thinking about the world. I'm thinking about if I'm getting $5,000 a tree.
Yeah.
Then yes, cool. The world, that's just icing on the cake, but the cake is actually the money you get from 50 trees.
Yeah. Is it taxable?
No, I'm not going to allow that. No.
Well, then-
There's no 501c that you can
Then it's easy.
yeah, then it's easy. It's earned
It's
money.
the trees.
Yeah, you're right. Man, I was
investment.
thinking books at first because I really am not like a good gardener, right? My parents have a very good garden and I've helped them out, but I've also accidentally killed tomatoes.
But you could hire someone to plant the tree and you'd still make money.
Yeah, you're right. I could plant after I get like 4 or 5 trees going. I can be like, hey, this is my process. I can document everything. I can hire the right people.
Yep.
You're
You
right.
could read a book about planting trees. You won't make any money.
Listen,
But
I read a book about house plants and the plant still died. So I don't think books are gonna help me in any scenario.
that sounds like a really boring book.
Yeah, it was a
Sleeper.
it was a sad book. It wasn't bad, but it was like, oh, you gotta make sure you do this and different types of plant food and the nitrogen and what does carbon dioxide do and blah
jeez.
blah blah. And it's like, ugh. And then the plant still died, and I'm like, okay, well,
Maybe they could
that's
make
my
it
luck.
a fictional book. That would make it interesting.
yeah, maybe. So what do you? Okay, so what do you?
So
We're
I'm
both doing
going-
trees.
We're doing trees, yeah.
We're both doing trees. Okay, cool. Now, on the flip side of that, would you rather question? We have a second would you rather question. Would you rather live in a world where every TV show you watch takes $1 out of your bank account, or in a society where spending money causes a tree somewhere to vanish?
So either if I spend money,
Yes.
a tree vanishes, or if I watch TV,
$1
dollar comes out
comes
of
out of your bank account.
Probably that one, because then I just wouldn't watch. That would keep me from watching too much television.
Do you watch TV?
A little, not a lot.
Well, okay.
So that one's
Well,
easy.
what do we count as TV then? Because I don't
Oh.
watch traditional TV, but I'll
Yeah.
watch Netflix. I'll watch Hulu.
Well, that's
I'll
when
watch
you're watching
HBO.
it
That's
on a
all.
TV, right?
Yeah, you're watching something. Even if
Yeah.
I'm watching on my computer, it's still
Yeah.
technically TV.
So
You
it's
don't
a
watch any
show.
of that already.
It's yeah. I mean, I'll watch both. I do
Okay.
both. What about like a YouTube video?
You know what? I'll add that in there.
So that's gonna cost.
That's
me
gonna
$1.
cost me.
Well,
Any screen, anything you
Screen
watch
time.
that's screen time
costs $1.
costs $1.
And what was the other one?
Anytime you spend money, a tree vanishes from the world.
Jeez, that would be a lot of trees.
How much do you spend a lot?
Well,
Anytime
yeah,
you
I
spend
mean,
money,
yeah.
not necessarily the amount of money. Anytime there's a transaction.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a chick, so yes.
Yeah. Even me, I'm thinking right now, there were like 3 transactions this morning.
Just
That's just
today.
because I needed to order something from Amazon. And it's so, I'm one of those people that it's like, I see it on Amazon, cool, click, buy.
Yeah.
Right. But my wife is one of those people that like, she'll add to the cart. She'll like,
Oh,
she'll do like this thing. She'll like still be shopping around and then she'll buy. But I'm like, yo, that's what I need. Boom, buy now. It'll come. And I did that 3 times today when I could have just done it all in one go.
and that would have only been one tree.
And that
'cause it
would
would
have
have been
only
one
been one
transaction
tree.
because it's per transaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
button should just say, instead of buy now, it should say kill a tree.
Kill a tree. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm going with the first one.
You're going with the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. I'm trying to think.
I mean, we're already paying for. It's like a subscription.
I would just really reduce my TV time.
Yeah.
Right? Because yes, $1 is not a lot, but the way I watch TV, it'll add up.
Yeah.
The way I watch YouTube videos, the way I watch and if I'll put all screen time in there. If we're just talking screen time, YouTube, Instagram, Reels. Like sometimes I'm just at work and I'm just scrolling through Reels, watching videos. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money coming out of my bank account.
How do the trees die? Do they just like
They just disappear.
fall down?
They disappear.
Does anyone get hurt?
Nope, no one gets hurt. They just disappear off the face of the
they
earth.
just. Yeah, I mean,
Are you reconsidering the trees?
No, we need more trees. Trees
I
are
think,
good.
yes, we need no more trees.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, that's true. I'll be a good person on this one, only because I think I've seen too many like documentaries where it's like how they make paper, and you're like, that's a lot of trees. That's a lot of trees for one sheet.
Now, granted,
Right?
in the last question, we also planted
Yes.
a lot of trees.
Yes.
So
that is true.
We did pay it forward.
And if we are still in the same universe, then well, we're paying it for. We're planting 100 trees,
yeah.
right? And let's say it's this, yeah, we're in the same universe.
Yeah.
And let's say I want to do transactions, and I just count my transactions for the week, and I'm like, all right, well, next week I gotta plant like 60 trees.
Yeah.
Just to counteract.
So you get up in the morning, you leave your gingerbread house.
Yes.
And you go plant your trees.
And you go plant your trees, right? And then you buy some
Who has
things from
time for
Amazon.
shows?
I know. Yeah, we wouldn't have
You'd
time
be
for
too
TV
busy
at all.
planting trees.
I wouldn't have time for TV at all. Right? All right. Would you rather be in a country where every citizen must participate in a yearly policy-making festival to decide laws, or a nation where policies are decided by a computer, but everyone must take a yearly exam to understand them?
Oh, man.
Does that make sense?
That's deep. Yeah.
This is harder. This is a harder question.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
very deep.
Let's unpack this.
Let's unpack this.
First of all, you said festival. Is it like
festival.
a music festival?
No, it's think of it. Music festival is too easy. It's a political policy festival. So however boring you think that is, that's how boring it's about
That's
to
how boring.
be.
And everyone is required to attend.
Everyone is required to attend. Think of it like voting. Do you vote?
Yes.
Yeah, then you're
100%.
required to attend. Everyone that votes is required to attend
Okay.
to decide the policies.
To decide the policies.
Yes.
And how are the policies decided?
I have absolutely
We
no
don't know yet.
idea.
Okay.
When I wrote the question, I
Well,
didn't think that deep.
So we'll figure that out when we
We'll
get
figure
to the
that out when we
festival.
get there, right? Exactly. Think of it like a national convention, like the Democratic or Republican National Convention, where it's like, there's some regular people there, and then there's some people that have weird hats on, and you're like, oh, that's nice, sir. That's really nice. And you're like just yelling about the government. That'll happen.
But if everyone has to go, there would be more normal people than
There would be more
extreme
normal people than extreme people. Yes.
Okay.
And I think it'd be a little more fun if
would be fun.
everybody
It's
got to
a
go.
festival.
It'd be fun, and it's a festival. You gotta get some fried Oreos. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So I do like that idea. I like that everybody's required. Okay. And so number 2,
The robot,
the robot decides the policies
and then you have to take a yearly exam
to understand the policies.
to understand the policies.
I mean,
Do you trust robots like that?
no.
Because I've been in a Tesla, and I've done like the autopilot thing, and it just freaks me out. Like and it works like a charm. Like it'll slow down if a car is about to if a car's slowing down in front of you, it will slow down.
Yeah.
And even then, I still have my hands on the steering wheel.
100%. Do you use ChatGPT?
Yes.
Do you know
All
that
the time.
after a few thousand words, it goes into something called hallucination?
Really?
So there's this concept of tokens,
Yeah.
which is I think it's like 3/4 of a word. And I don't know the limit, but let's just say it's 10,000.
Okay.
After 10,000 tokens, it goes into hallucination. So basically, it's another way of saying it's just making shit up.
Oh, wow.
But it sounds real.
Wow.
So there's been examples of lawyers going out to ChatGPT and finding court cases.
Yeah, to reference.
And they're completely bogus and totally made up.
They'll be like, we're referencing, Johnson versus 77 in the Supreme Court of, 1984. And that's not even real.
And it didn't even happen.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with the festival.
Yeah, we got to
for a
do the
lot of
festival.
reasons.
I never
First
even
of
thought
all,
about that.
I mean, you just say festival, I'm in.
Yeah, festival seems fun.
It makes it
right.
fun. And it should be fun. Policy
even
should
though
be
it's
fun.
policy, even though it's like politics, and politics isn't always fun.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, there's gonna be more normal people than weirdos.
Yeah.
So I think we can have some fun, get some policies made.
Yep.
Right. Play some hopscotch or something like that.
Everybody has
Right?
to be there.
Everyone has to be there. Play some taboo to to discover what we want in foreign policy. Like whoever wins gets to make the foreign policy. Something fun can be, we can play a bunch of games.
And there can be like a radical corner where all the crazies just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
You know.
Talk about aliens. Not talk about aliens because they did admit that aliens exist. But, talk about the crazy aliens or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's crazy now. That's the weird thing because aliens exist now. Like the government, the Pentagon, they've admitted aliens exist. So I don't know.
You don't know what's crazy.
I don't know what's crazy because before I could say, oh, the guy that said he was abducted by an alien is insane. But now I'm like, oh, maybe he was right.
I think we're all a little bit crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But there's just some extreme out there.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Now it is time for one of our favorite segments, Something's Gotta Go.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Now, I am going to give you, normally, Agi, I give you 4 things that are just in the universe in the lexicon, and you tell me what can get out of here, that and its legacy. But now I'm going to give you 3 inventions, right? 3 man-made products that were invented, and you tell me what can go. Okay. First one, the battery, the microwave oven, the GPS system.
Ooh. Okay. We can't get rid of GPS.
We can't get rid of GPS.
We're too in on it.
No, I don't. I go to my barber every Saturday. I still use the GPS.
Yeah.
And I've been going to him for like a good 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we're all in on the GPS.
We're all in. Okay. GPS stays. Microwave oven or battery?
Probably microwave. We have other ways we can
cook things.
Eat food. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And we need the battery.
We need the battery.
We need it for our houses and our cars and our solar.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say maybe the battery can go. No, I was actually going to say the GPS can go.
But then how would you get to your barber?
I would figure it out. That's the thing. Before the GPS.
You'd get a Thomas guide.
Yeah. You'd get a Thomas guide. You get a map. You get like a little thing. I remember like when my oldest brother started driving, like he got like a little map of the city of like to like know where kind of things are. Right. And then that's the thing. In the area that I live now, I don't need a GPS. I know exactly where I'm going.
Except the barber.
Except my barber. Well, my barber's like south, my barber's like near Long Beach. So
okay, let me ask you something. This is a stereotype question.
Yes.
But as a guy, do you feel uncomfortable asking for directions?
No.
That's good.
No. But I know people that are uncomfortable asking for directions.
What is that all about?
I don't know. I don't think it's a guy thing. I think it's a general human thing.
You do?
Yeah.
Most girls I know will ask for directions.
Yeah.
And most guys I know will not. You being the exception.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a stereotype. I get it.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the GPS can go because I will definitely.
You just ask for directions.
I will definitely
but
just
how would
stop.
those people know? They don't have GPS.
No, they know. People will know. Outside of GPS, people will know. There are times that I've stopped at a gas station and I'm like, yo, where's this? And they'll be like, oh, you gotta go, 2 exits down and then, make a right at the light. And then I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Have you ever been in a situation where you kind of like in a social setting, you sort of ask where something is and then you have 4 people telling you at the same time?
Yes.
And they're all saying it in a different way?
Yes.
And you don't retain any of it?
Yes.
But they keep going?
They keep going. Yeah. That's happened to me before. Multiple times.
It just happened to me the other day.
It's happened to me. Yeah. And then they're like, you got to do this, you got to do that. And they're like, make a right on such and such street. And they're like, make a right at the In-N-Out. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
The thing I hate worse is when they start talking and like you have like a built-in compass. Mm-hmm. Like they go, go north on whatever street.
North.
I'm like,
anytime someone says north or south, I'm like, left, right, up or down.
Yeah.
That's what I need. Just go up the street, make a left. That's what I mean. That's what I need. I don't need north or south. No.
We need the GPS.
Okay, that's fair. We need the GPS. So microwave oven, and I'll cook everything on the stove.
Yep.
From now on.
Yep. And not much changes in your life.
Not much changes. You're right. Not much change in my life. I don't really. A lot of microwave stuff. A lot of things I use to microwave are just reheating things.
And it's always cold in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. It's either overheated or it's like properly heated, but it's cold in the middle.
Cold in the middle, yeah.
Right. All right. So yeah, microwave oven can go. Next one, the refrigerator, the sewing machine, the smartphone.
Well, definitely not the smartphone.
Okay.
So refrigerator, or it's got to be the sewing machine.
Really?
Yeah, we got to keep our food cold.
How are we gonna wear clothes?
So hand sew.
Oh, I forgot about hand sewing and crochet.
Yeah, or we'll have to innovate.
Oh, things are gonna be $1 million then if I have to staples. That's true, right?
Other ways of taking fabric and connecting it.
That's true. Fabric. That's true. Okay, that's
refrigerator. Fair. We need it. We
need the refrigerator. I'm trying to think of.
Be sick if we don't.
And I'm also trying to think of ways that we could get rid of the refrigerator. There is really no way you can get rid of a refrigerator. Yeah,
you
need to keep
your
things.
food on ice, but then what?
No, but then you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go to the ice store. There's gonna have to be stores of ice, and even then, they need a refrigerator.
And every kitchen in America will have to get remodeled.
Yeah,
because there's gonna be this big gaping hole.
Yeah, that's true.
More storage,
but yeah, we got to get rid of the sewing machine. I'm just gonna learn how to crochet my own sweaters.
Yeah. Or knit.
That's done.
You could knit.
Or knit. Yeah. Same thing. I think, yeah, you're right. Because smartphone's not going anywhere.
No.
Right? I need to be able to send an email from my phone. Right? Especially if I'm sitting somewhere and I need to call someone. I'm not carrying around quarters to go to a payphone. No. Payphone. No, I haven't seen a payphone in years.
Well, then you have to carry a camera around everywhere you go.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have to carry a camera around, right? It's that's weird. A camera and a camcorder because they're two different things.
You have to carry. It's too much stuff.
Yeah, there's too much stuff to carry around.
And your Thomas guide.
Yeah, and the Thomas guide. Yeah, because if you get rid of the smartphone, most people use GPS on their phone. Most people don't buy the separate GPS. That was back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one does that anymore.
That could be on your list of things we don't need.
The GPS system. That was the other thing. That was the thing. The GPS, meaning the thing on your phone and the thing, the separate thing. So yeah. All right. That is something's got to go.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Let us actually no. We're gonna do our final choice. It is a hire, fire, retire. Now, similar to marry, fuck, kill. Hire, fire, retire is this, Agi. Hire, celebrity or public figure who has been doing an amazing job and you want them in the business of Agi. They're going to work for the company called Agi Saari. Fire, who needs to stop? What they're doing right now, you need to stop it. And then retire, this person has worked so hard that they have earned the right to not work anymore. All right. Your three choices are Beyonce, forever and always. She's our constant. We will go with, I'm trying to think now. What have you been watching? Is there anything you've been...
So you're going to give me three
I'm going to give you three people and you tell me...
I'm going to decide. Okay.
Who to hire, who to fire, and who needs to retire. We're going to do Beyonce, forever and always. Actually, you know what? We'll do talk show stuff. We'll do Ellen DeGeneres, and we will do... Who had a talk show? I don't want to say Oprah, because that's too easy. Ellen DeGeneres and Martha Stewart. She had a talk show.
Okay. So Beyonce,
Ellen DeGeneres, Martha Stewart.
And Martha Stewart.
Hire, fire, retire. What are your choices?
Tough. Okay. I probably would fire Ellen.
Okay.
Because over the last, the end of her career, she was getting a hard time about being not very nice to her employees. Yeah,
I heard she was not the nicest.
Allegedly. I would for sure hire Beyonce.
Okay.
Because everything she touches turns to gold.
Yeah, to an extent.
So if she worked for the Agi Saari company.
Yeah.
I'd be doing pretty good.
You'd be doing pretty well. Yes.
And then I guess Martha, I love Martha Stewart, by the way.
I don't think there's a soul that even has anything negative to say about Martha Stewart.
No.
Yeah.
She's amazing and beautiful at 80 something years old.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable. But, it's probably a good time to retire.
It's a good time.
I
It's
feel
a good
good
time,
about
Martha.
those choices.
Yeah. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to fire Beyonce only because she's lived her life. Right? I don't think she's ever going to retire. I would always want to retire Beyonce, but then I realized she's not going to retire.
Right.
She's going to go on like Cher and Madonna, and like she's just going to keep doing stuff.
So why are you firing her?
She needs to retire, but she's not going to, so she gets fired.
So she's getting fired. Oh, I see.
She gets fired for her own good.
Okay.
Right? And then
That's very nice of you.
I will retire Ellen because she's been through enough, and it's like I don't want to. Let's give her a nice little severance package.
Yeah.
Right? She did have a good talk show.
She had a good run.
Yeah, she had a good run. She had a very powerful run. Right? She was number one for like a very long time.
Yeah.
Especially after Oprah, she was number one for a very long time. And then I'm going to hire Martha Stewart because I feel like Martha's going to retire sooner or later. So before you retire, Martha, teach me your ways.
Oh, yeah. You
right?
could learn a lot from her.
I mean, I don't think she's a billionaire, but she's almost up. She's up there.
She could teach you how to plant a tree.
She can teach me how to plant a tree. She can teach me how to sew my own clothes. She can teach me how to do a lot of things. Because we used to watch that. During the summertime, especially when we only had one TV, Martha Stewart Living, CBS, we used to watch it every morning.
That's the best.
Yeah.
So are we going to string all these together now?
No. I never even thought about it. I don't even remember half of it. Let's go.
Well,
right.
We're going to live in our candy house.
The first one was the candy house.
Yeah.
Right? Then we talked about planting trees.
Yeah.
Right? And then we're going to, for money, and then we're going to watch I'm going to watch my transactions. You're just going to not watch TV.
Yes.
And then we're going to go to a festival to make some policies.
And everyone will be there.
They have
to.
Yeah. And then we're going to get rid of the microwave oven.
Yep.
And then we're going to sew our own clothes. But then that doesn't matter because Martha Stewart's going to teach us how to do that. Well, you're going to retire her. She's going to teach me, but I'll pass it on. I'll pay it forward and pass it on.
I feel good about all these choices.
I feel good about all that. That's the first time anyone ever wanted to string them all together. Thank you. We're going to do that.
Tell us the story.
Yeah, that's the Agi method. I'm going to name it. It's called the Agi method now on Tough Choice. Anytime someone wants to string, we're going to do it. We're going to string it all together I'm going to try to remember to string it all together every episode. Guys, that is our episode. This has been Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman. You can find me online at Kazeem Comedy. That's Kazeem Comedy. Like, share, subscribe to this podcast. We are growing and we love it. Agi, where can we find you? What are you up to?
I'm performing all around in OC and LA. And you can find me on Agi Comedy on Instagram. That's AGI Comedy.
We'll put all of that in the show notes. Do you still run your Balboa show?
Yes-ish.
Okay. We'll put all of that also in the show notes. Look out for that. And if you have a tough choice question or a hire, fire, retire you want us to consider, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. We forgot to shout out our audio engineer, QueezyLeo. You can find him at AyoQueez on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, we will put him first in the show notes to give him the props that he deserves. I have been Kazeem Rahman. This has been Tough Choice with Kazeem. Kazeem Rahman. I've, of course, been Kazeem Rahman and Agi Saari. Thank you very much. Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman. Would you rather? Tough Choice. Only be able to wipe your tough choice by scooting around on the carpet. Tough Choice. What
kind of carpet is it? If it's alpaca, give me the carpet.